Good day, children. Today we are going to see the lesson resources. What is resource? A resource can be explained as anything which is useful to us. For example, milk, what we drink in the morning as an energy drink, is a resource for me. The table which I keep my books and the chair which I sit for is a resource for me. The cycle I use for reaching the school is a resource for me. So, resource is one which is useful to us. Some resources have some economic value, but others may not be. Time and technology are two important factors which can change a substance into resource. Let us understand this with an example. In the early morning, on a bright Sunday morning, we climb the Tirupramgundram hills to see the landscape view. It is such a marvelous view, and that is a resource, but we cannot associate an economic value to it. Likewise, there are some resources which we have not learned how to use it before. It could have come into existence very recently. Petroleum was one such resource where people were actually deploying these animals to communicate from one place to another place. What are the types of resources? The resources are classified into three types. One is natural, another one is human-made, and the third one is a human itself as a resource. We will try to see those in the coming slides. What is a natural resource? A resource which is not made by humans and has been formed on its own is called as a natural resource. Without the use of technology, it would happen. The types of natural resources are origin, stock, and distribution. Let's try to classify the natural resources on the basis of development and use. On the basis of development and its use, it's of two types. One is called as the actual resource, while the other one is called as the potential resource. An actual resource is the one which is available and the quantity is known at present is called as actual resource. A potential resource is the one which is available but we may not have the technology and we may use it in the future is called as the potential resource. The example of an actual resource is the petroleum, and the potential resource example is uranium reserves in Ladakh. Uranium is a resource which is used for fusion and it is available in plenty in Ladakh, but we will have to use some modern technologies to extract that. Classification on the basis of origin. These are again two types. One is biotic and another one is abiotic. You must be knowing the term biotic and abiotic in your previous classes. Biotic refers to living things, where abiotic refers to non-living things. So, a resource which comes from living things is called as biotic resource, and resources which come from non-living things are called as abiotic resources. Example for biotic resources are milk, whereas for abiotic is soil, rocks. The third type of classification of the resource is based on the type of exhaustibility. The word exhaust means you would have said I'm totally exhausted. That means it is all tired. What energy you have has depleted, or in other words, it is not there with you. That is the term of the word exhaust. Likewise, here exhaustibility is what is available and what may not be available. It is classified as a renewable resource and a non-renewable resource. The word renewable resource is something, if you take it today, tomorrow it might be available. The word non-renewable is, if you consume it today, tomorrow or in the coming years, it will not be available. Then, example of renewable resources, wind energy, hydel energy and solar energy. While for non-renewable resources, coal and petroleum. The last one is the human-made resources. What do we mean by human-made resources? When a natural resource undergoes some change because of human intervention, it is called as human-made resources. For example, we make a chair, a wooden chair. The wood was available and it is because of the human's intervention where it was converted into a wooden chair is called as a human-made resources. The other example is buildings, bridges, railways, etc. It is all achieved through the use of technology. What about human resources? This term is a little bit complicated to understand, but very easy if you understand. Humans, if they are useful to a particular person, is called as human resource. Today, a person who is educated can serve the country and become a resource for many people because he is helping others. This is what is called as human resource. For example, a doctor helping the patients in a particular place is a human resource. A police helping and guiding people and ensuring that no untoward happens to us is a human resource. So, education and health improve the quality of human resources. It can be achieved in the quality of people's skills so that they become more resourceful, and this is called as human resources development. We also need to understand that there is a necessity to conserve resources. We talked about exhaustibility in our previous slides. So, how we can delay the depletion is conserve the existing resources. Most of the natural resources are not available as we think free. The renewable resources are becoming scarce so much that we are using it very abundantly. If it is not used judicially, we may fall in shortage. Example, water. In many places, water has become a scarcity. We could have seen people in our nearby areas or in our own areas where water is not available, and we need to save every drop of water. How do we achieve this? It can be achieved using 3 R's. One is called reduce, the second one is reuse, and the third one is recycle. Reduce the consumption, reuse wherever possible, and recycle discarded items wherever possible. This will help us to conserve resources. And that comes to the end of this lesson. So, children, I hope you had all understood this lesson. Have a good day.